Everybody, for today's video I just wanted to do something a little bit different and kind of answer a common question that I get asked pretty often in terms of how to get started selling on Poshmark. So I hope you enjoy this video, and I hope that you will hit the like button down below and subscribe to my channel so you don't miss any future videos. And also, if you have a question that you would like answered in a future video of mine, please leave it down below and I will try to either answer in the comments or maybe do a video about it. Thanks so much. I hope you guys have a great day and a great weekend. Everybody, it's Thursday, February 9th. And I just wanted to take a few minutes today to talk to you guys about something that I get asked about quite often whenever someone asks me what my job is, and I start telling them about selling things online. And of course, their next initial question is going to be, well, how did you start doing that? And I get asked this a lot, whether it's in person or by people online asking me questions about Poshmark. But I actually didn't get started on Poshmark. I first started selling things online on Etsy. So it was in January 2014, so about 3 years ago. I've been making jewelry for a while, and I was working in a boutique, and I tried selling it in the boutique. And I really wanted to try selling it online. That was just something that I really wanted to do. So this really, I wrestled with it for a while. You know, should I do it? Should I not do it? And I remember one day I was sitting in my living room and I was talking to my roommate about it, and I kept going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth until she was finally just like, well, why don't you just do it? Why don't you just list it? See what happens. So I did, and I started selling things almost immediately. And then from Etsy, I discovered Poshmark as a selling platform. I think my mom one morning was watching one of the news shows and they were talking about it on there. And she called me in there and she showed it to me, and she was like, you know, you should look into this. You should see what it is and see if you could sell your stuff on there. So I think I waited a few days before I downloaded the app. But I downloaded the app, and I had a few things that I just didn't wear, that I didn't want. Some of them still had the tags on them, and I knew I was never going to wear it. I don't even know why I bought it. This was my pre-thrifting days too, where I still paid full retail price for stuff, which is crazy. So I downloaded the app, and I listed what I had, what I went through my closet and found, and I sold stuff overnight. I mean, I woke up and it had sold, and it just was crazy to me that it was that easy. But I wasn't really consistent with it right away. I don't know, I was in school and I had other jobs, and I just wasn't consistent with it. It was kind of a way just to make a few extra bucks here and there. So when people ask me how I got started doing this, you know, I tell them, and then, you know, I tell them, you know, go download the app, go through your closet, find things you don't wear, don't go out and spend any money, don't spend a whole bunch of money on inventory, just go through your closet and find things that you wear and start there. Start from that point. Download the app. Figure out how to use the app. The Poshmark app. And I feel like Poshmark is very, very simple to use. And I always recommend, you know, that people start with Poshmark just because they have streamlined the process so much in terms of listing, selling, you know, the whole offer process, and shipping the item. I feel like they have just completely streamlined that process. And yes, they take a commission out of it, but I feel like the commission is worth it for what you get. I mean, they're taking a 20% commission, but they're handling the shipping for you. So it's an even exchange pretty much. But I definitely recommend starting with Poshmark, just because, if you sell something, you immediately get a shipping label sent to your email. You don't really have to worry about weighing anything unless you're selling something super heavy, because the label covers everything up to 5 pounds. I've been selling on there for a couple years, and I've never shipped anything that was over 5 pounds that I needed to upload to upgrade a label for. So I definitely recommend people starting on Poshmark. And then I try to walk them through, what sells on Poshmark, brands, telling them to start with their own closets. And then, I try to answer their questions as much as possible. But the truth of the matter is that I can sit here until I'm blue in the face and explain to somebody what Poshmark is, how to use the app, how to take pictures, how to find inventory. And I can sit here and explain all that, but eventually you have to just go do it. You have to just, kind of start, and it's a lot of figuring it out yourself. It's a lot of gut instinct. It's a lot of trial and error. They make it really simple in terms of kind of teaching you how to list and how to ship things, but you have to put the work in. You have to put the effort in. You have to figure out what sells for you. And, even pricing is more so, there's not an exact science to how to price something. It's a gut feeling. You have to just go with your gut, and you have to figure out in your mind, how much you would be willing to take for something. So a whole lot of selling things online is initiative and gut. Because if you don't take the initiative, if you don't go out and put in the work, you're not going to reap the benefits of it. You can sit here and you can watch YouTube videos all day, and you can learn as much as you can, which is great. Obviously, keep doing that. I do that every day. I watch people on YouTube. I study. I read articles about it. Studying trends, studying what's selling right now. But you eventually just have to go do the work. You have to, take your pictures, make sure they look right, get the lighting right. You have to list the items day after day after day. And, you might not sell things right away. And you just have to keep doing it anyway, because if you give up, obviously you're not going to sell anything then either. But my best advice when people ask me, how do I get started selling things on Poshmark, is to just start. Because it's never going to be perfect. It's never going to be the right time. You have to make time. If you have another job, if you have kids, if you have extracurricular things that you're doing in your life, you have to make time. If you want to be successful at this, you really have to make the time, and you have to learn consistency, and you have to learn time management, because without those things, you're not going to sell anything. You're not going to put the work in. But that's what I try to tell everyone who tries to ask me about this. And, I really have to stress the fact that you just have to eventually just go do it. And, when I started on Poshmark, I didn't have the Instagram community and the YouTube community to learn from. It was just a trial and error thing. It was just something that I had to figure out. I had to, just pick things from my closet and pick a price for it, and then, learn how to accept best offers and how to counter offer and how to haggle with people. It's all stuff that you just have to learn, and you have to get used to doing it. So if you're out there and you're trying to figure out, what you should do, how you should start selling on Poshmark, just download the app and learn how to use it, and just start listing stuff. Just start. Just, yes, go study and watch your videos and learn from people in the community, but just start. pick 10 things out of your closet and list them, price them. And then maybe, you know, at first don't be so worried about how much profit you're making. Just learn the process of selling. Learn it yourself and, you know, teach yourself. And just, because that's how you're going to learn it. You can't just go out and listen to other people. Yes, you're going to learn that way, but you're also going to learn mostly from your mistakes that you're going to make when you first start. And then once, you know, you start selling things from your own closet, then you'll kind of learn what brands are selling, what styles are selling, trends, and you can go out and you can source inventory. And, you know, you'll eventually learn how to do that. But my best advice to you would be just to start and make time for it, and if just stay consistent at it, because it will take time. It will take lots of time. I've been selling on there, I think, for about 2 years now, and I'm still learning, and I'm still, you know, you're not going to have sales every day. You're going to have slow days. You're going to have days go by, sometimes weeks, when you don't sell anything on there, and you'll get burnt out from it. And then you just have to take a break and, you know, reevaluate what you're doing, reevaluate your prices, your items, maybe, you know, take some things down, list new items. But you just have to get started. So that's my advice for today, and I hope you guys are having a great Thursday. We're almost to the weekend. I'm about to go list some stuff so that it'll be up for this weekend's sales, and I hope your sales are picking up. I know mine are, since the after Christmas dead period that kind of happened for a few weeks. But good luck to you guys this weekend with your sales, and I hope to have another video up soon. Well, that's the end of the video, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope it answered any questions, and I hope it gave you some pretty good advice and maybe motivated you guys a little bit. But I hope you'll hit the like button and subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!